Perfect.
What's going on, guys? Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Nike Mercurial X Victory 6 indoors from the new Fire and Ice pack. Obviously, this being from the ice side of the pack with the blue and white color scheme. We'll take a closer look at this really good looking colorway in today's video in a little bit more detail. We'll talk performance and tech specs, as well as take a look at how these things fit and feel on feet, and really determine whether or not this is worth your money as a takedown model indoor option. Now, if you are interested in a pair of these for yourself, you can click the little pop-up in the corner of the screen or the first link down below in the description. That'll take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $80 retail price. So from a visual standpoint, I have to say that these look really good, especially in this new ice pack color. You have Gamma Blue, which is kind of this lighter blue, almost teal color towards the front 3/4 of the shoe, and then eventually it fades to what kind of looks black in certain lighting, but is definitely like a dark navy blue color. You have that for the stripes as well, kind of filling out that typical Mercurial design. Same thing goes for the laces and the tongue area of the shoe. You have a white Nike swoosh and white Mercurial X branding on the lateral side, the big Nike logo right there on the medial side, also in white, and then the entire indoor bottom, including the part you see around the edges, is more of a kind of white with a bluish tint to it. That's the best way to describe it. It's not a pure white, which it may look in some of the online pictures. Overall though, I think it's a really good looking colorway, and I know a lot of people buy this shoe purely because of the way it looks. A lot of people love the look of the Mercurial line, and I definitely don't blame them for that. So for me, I really like the way these look, but let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So obviously this is a very popular indoor model, one of the most popular ones on the market. People love the way it looks, and it's relatively inexpensive with a retail price of $80. But is it the best option at this price point if this is the style of indoor shoe that you're looking for? Something that fits more tight and obviously offers more of a barefoot feel and a low profile sensation on feet with a relatively minimal midsole. So with the upper, you're getting a synthetic material. It's an unnamed synthetic, and honestly, it's not too bad considering the price point. Pretty much the same synthetic material you'd find on the upper of the standard firm ground Mercurial Victory. So it's thin, but definitely not overly thin. A lot of people want to compare this to something like a Mercurial Vapor 11, but the Victory honestly isn't too much like a Vapor, but it does have a relatively thin barefoot sensation on feet in general. So if that's what you're looking for, that's what you're gonna get from this particular shoe. Just keep in mind that the upper is completely smooth on this shoe, rather than having the speed rib texturing like you might find on something higher end. The laces run through the middle, of course, and it does feature somewhat of a one-piece construction, in that this central tongue piece is fully stitched to both sides of the shoe at the lower lacing positions, and then as you get higher up, it's a fully independent tongue, but it still has kind of the one-piece sensation when the shoe is on your foot, and that it doesn't really have that ability to open up while you're playing, which is nice because it maintains a nice tightness around your foot throughout your entire playing session, which is good from a performance standpoint. The heel obviously does have a low cut, and then it does have an internal plastic heel counter as well. The liner is a smooth synthetic leather, so again, typical of what you would find from the standard Mercurial Victory in the firm ground variation. The insole is also fully removable, so you can see it features a mesh liner on top, and then this ortholite style foam. And then underneath the insole, a lot of people don't realize that because they see the side profile and assume that the only cushion you get is the insole. It does actually have foam on the inside, which is a little bit difficult to see, but that's where your midsole is. It's kind of hidden on the inside of the shoe. There's not a lot of extra padding there, but you're not necessarily sitting this low in the shoe. You're sitting more so right up here. So you do have some level of cushioning under your feet running throughout the entire shoe itself, more so in the heel rather than the forefoot toe box area. So I would say it's still a relatively low profile shoe, obviously very flexible as well, with really the only structure being through the midfoot area, which is not a bad thing at all. The toe guard, or the little lip that goes all the way around here, is made from solid rubber, and it does feature the nylon stitching as well. So that's just gonna help with the overall durability of the shoe in a very high wear zone for this kind of footwear, really any soccer shoe in general. And then of course, this is the indoor variation. They do make a turf model as well, and it features pretty much the exact same traction pattern and style of rubber you would find across the entire Mercurial X lineup, which is a good thing. It's got this interesting traction pattern with fairly slim grooves, I would say, that does have a good amount of flexibility to it, which means that when the court is nice and clean, the traction that you get is really good. It also works quite well on concrete in a street soccer type environment. The only time you're gonna have any kind of issues with traction, and this is the case with pretty much any indoor shoe, is if the court is really dusty, in which case you're gonna have to wipe it with your hands as often as you possibly can. But again, that's something you're gonna struggle with pretty much any indoor shoe. So from a performance standpoint, I think there's a lot on offer here at the $80 price point. And really the only other thing to talk about is the weight, which in a size 9 US, these guys weigh in at 8.3 ounces, which again is relatively lightweight considering the style of indoor shoe that it is. Thin, minimal underfoot cushioning. If that's what you're looking for, I think the Victory is definitely a solid option. Although I will say this, if you have a little bit of extra money to spend, I think the Mercurial X Finale 2 with a retail price of $100 rather than $80 is definitely worth a look, because for that extra $20, you are getting a significantly better quality upper that's gonna offer a very similar type of fit and feel on feet. But again, just a better quality package overall. So if you got that extra money, Mercurial X Finale 2, but if you don't necessarily want to spend the extra money or you don't have it, I definitely think that the Mercurial X Victory 6 is a pretty solid option. So as you can see, I swapped out the stock navy blue laces for these blue glow-in-the-dark SR4U replacement laces, which obviously accent really nicely with the blue you'll find on the upper. It's almost a perfect match to this Gamma Blue, but they also glow in the dark, which is a really, really cool effect that I'll show you guys on screen. Anyways, if you guys are interested in a pair of SR4U replacement laces for yourself, the website to go to is www.sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a little pop-up on screen as well as a link down below in the description. So if you're interested in a pair, be sure to go ahead and check it out. On feet, the Victory 6 Indoor feels okay. It definitely doesn't blow me away in terms of the quality of materials and really just the overall fit of the shoe in general. It's a little bit of a different shape than what you would find from the standard firm ground model with its plastic sole plate. This has a slightly wider base, especially through the midfoot and forefoot area, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't have quite that tight wrap that you would find from some of the higher end Mercurial models, even within the Mercurial X line. And then the heel area has a little bit of a shallow fit to it, more so than again what you would find from the Victory in the firm ground variation, which I'm personally not too crazy about. But if you don't mind the slightly shallower fit and potentially a little bit of heel slippage because of it, you're probably not going to have too many issues with these. Although again, it's definitely not the best fitting indoor model that Nike makes. As far as the materials are concerned, they feel okay. Again, it's not a super premium shoe, not really any high-end materials here, but nothing to really complain about. Comfort out of the box, I would say, is pretty decent. A decent amount of underfoot cushioning as well through the midfoot and heel area with the insole, as well as the foam midsole on the internal of the shoe. As far as width is concerned, again, I think these will fit most people, even though it's a Mercurial. It's not super, super narrow or super tight fitting, I would say. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and length is perfect. So just like the rest of the Mercurial lineup, the Victory 6 Indoor runs true to size. Anyways, guys, that is it for my review of the Ice Pack Nike Mercurial X Victory Indoor. Again, if you're interested in a pair for yourself, you can click the little eye in the corner of the screen or the first link down below. That'll take you to the review page on my website where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these up below their normal $80 retail price. Any questions, as always, leave them down below in the comments and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. If you guys enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, thanks for watching.